Good evening, River Bandits fans, and welcome back to Modern Woodman Park for a Saturday edition of Midwest League Baseball. My name is Jake Levy, radio broadcaster for the Bandits, here to get you set for first pitch with the River Bandit Rundown. First pitch tonight is coming up at 6 o'clock, featuring the Class A affiliate of the Houston Astros, the Quad Cities River Bandits, and the Class A affiliate of the Los Angeles Angels, the Burlington Bees. Speaking of those Astros, the first 1,500 fans inside the ballpark tonight got a Lance McCullers bobblehead, courtesy of Red Hot Chicago, so enjoy those. McCullers, an all-star caliber pitcher at the big league level. Last night, Quad Cities and Burlington got the series started with a 2-1 final. Quad Cities had a late comeback, fall just short. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. Chris Murphy on the mound for the River Bandits at home in the series opener. Gave up 2 first-inning runs, but then settled down nicely. Using the help of this 6-4-3 double play, got out of a bases-loaded jam. Had some help from his center fielder, Kyle Tucker, as well. Was able to track this ball down in left center field. Murphy did it himself, too. There's one of his 4 strikeouts in the game. 6 scoreless innings for Murph after he gave up a pair of runs in the first inning, but those would be enough for Burlington. Kyle Tucker providing some offense for the River Bandits, too, lofting this double into left field with some hustle, and then hustling here to leg out a triple to set up what would be the Bandits' only run in the game. Kyle Tucker sliding into third with his 17th multi-hit game of the year, and then Dexter McCall drives in his 12th run of the season with an RBI ground out to cut the deficit in half. It was 2-1 after 6 innings. Heading to the 9th inning, Bandits set up a chance to tie it. A squibber to the right of the mound, McCall's going to leg it out, and then a wide throw puts him at second base with nobody out, representing the tying run. But the Bandits would get no closer. With 2 outs later in the inning and a runner aboard, Pat Porter skies one to center field. Looks like he has a chance for a walk-off winner, but Michael Hermosillo crashing into the wall, and he makes the catch to end the game and the Bandits' comeback chance. He hangs on, so do the Bees, and Quad Cities falls by the final score of 2-1 in the series opener.
Besides the first inning, I thought it was a real good start as the game went on. I developed my changeup control with it, and my splitter worked as well. Just a rough first inning, but as it went on, it got a lot better.
The loss for Quad Cities means they missed out on a chance to gain some ground in the Midwest League Western Division. The top team lost, and now it's very crowded in the middle of the pack. Let's take a look at the entire Midwest League standings entering play Saturday. The Colonels have dropped 2 straight games, but still sit atop the Midwest League Western Division at 30-24. Just a game ahead now of both Clinton and Peoria, who won yesterday. The Lumber Kings and Chiefs are both 29-25, just 1 game back of Cedar Rapids. Then Beloit, who lost yesterday, fell to 4 games behind, and they're now in a 3-way tie for 4th place with both Burlington and Kane County. All 3 teams are 26-28, sitting 4 games back thanks to the win by the Bees last night and the Cougars and Snappers both taking losses. Wisconsin got a victory yesterday. They've now won 2 in a row and moved to within 4.5 games of Cedar Rapids, moving everybody ahead of Quad Cities, who now sits 7 full games back in last place in the West. Over on the east side, West Michigan still holding a first-place spot in the Eastern Division, 32-19. They have won 10 consecutive games to surge into first place. The Class A affiliate of the Detroit Tigers really hitting their stride as we hit the month of June. South Bend has been one of the hotter teams too, but they've lost 5 straight games and have now dropped to 2 games behind West Michigan, sitting at 31-22 in second place, tied with the Lake County Captains, who won yesterday to get back to an even 32-23 and also sit 2 games back. Then tied for 4th, it's Lansing and Fort Wayne. Both teams lost yesterday and sit 5 games behind West Michigan, and both are a half game ahead Bowling Green, who has won 2 straight games and now sits at 28-26, 2 games above 500, and 5.5 games back in the division. Then there's some big separation before the bottom 2 in the East. Great Lakes, who's lost 5 consecutive games, dropped to 22-31 now. They're 11 games back, rapidly reaching elimination, which the Dayton Dragons have already reached. They snapped a 12-game losing streak yesterday, but it's too little too late. They've officially been eliminated from playoff contention in the first half. 20 games back in the Eastern Division at 14-41. They round out the entire Midwest League standings. The Bandits look to even the series here tonight and send the Cuban Yohannes Kiala to the mound. The right-hander has a ton of promise as a power pitcher in the Astro system and has certainly been exciting to watch with his explosive fastball. He takes on the 12th round pick from 2014, Jared Ruxer out of Louisville. Let's take an in-depth look now at the starting pitching matchup for tonight's game. Kiala is 0-2 with a 5.09 ERA for Quad Cities, but he's coming off his best start of the year. His last time out, he went 5 innings and gave up just a couple of runs, but took a loss anyway. He's made 4 appearances, 3 starts for Quad City, 17 2/3 innings for Kiala. He's given up 12 runs, including 10 earned on 23 hits. He was signed out of Cuba last year by the Astros. Meanwhile, Jared Ruxer started the year in the bullpen for Burlington before making 2 consecutive starts. This will be his 3rd start and 13th overall appearance for the Bees. He's 2-1 with a 1.39 ERA in 32 1/3 innings of work. He was drafted out of Louisville, and he stands at 6'3", 200 pounds, taking on Yoenis Kiala tonight. So there you have your starting pitching matchup for tonight's game. We're getting you set for a 6 o'clock first pitch. This has been the River Bandit Rundown. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget, it was Red Hot Chicago who brought you those Lance McCullers bobblehead dolls, so enjoy those. And enjoy the game tonight, ladies and gentlemen. All the rides in full effect. A beautiful night for baseball here at Modern Woodman Park. First pitch coming up at 6. Enjoy the game, everyone.